I'm not ashamed, quite the opposite, in fact. It took so long for me to write Ezio X Leo fanfiction. No one can take that OTP from me, or Steric, or Stacconi, my OT3. So go on, put your items down and try to find another shop that offers better prices than me. I wish you luck. Oh! I come back to this! I'm happy! Hey guys, before we begin, let's give huge shoutouts to the paid subscribers who make everything possible. Sebastian Victor H. Null, Jiffertate Green, Stephen McLeese, TC, Mo, Elizana Russell, Ryder Evans, Tim Bobrowski, Deja Doodles, Moira Ross, Thanatos13, Ruben Gutierrez, Zapper, Stexles, Matt, Sony 1979, Andrew Rodriguez, Eros41, Derek Speed, Eric Josway, The Mysterious Potato Diet Light Y, EXX, Samonzi, Phoebe Adams, Crying King of Scotland, and Carter, and everybody at the other tiers. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. I'm so glad you guys are here to enjoy these stories with me. They've Sometimes I forget they mean a lot to other people figuring stuff out, and I'd like to be a part of that. We're back at it again. Welcome back to Your Blade, My Heart. The latest one was 19. Okay.
Excellent.
It's almost been a year. Fuck. Great. Do it again. Okay, the pace of my training has picked up with the last few weeks. We moved on from sword wielding and are now focused on hand to hand. Somehow, I'm managing despite the nagging feeling in my head every time he puts his hands on me. Oh no, what am I thinking of? Reminds me of that night when he guided his hands on my body, and we sat with each other, my hand on his. I've been thinking about that night a lot. Really, I can still remember how his fingers trailed along down my arms, and how snug his hands felt once he secured them around my waist. It was as if they were the perfect accompaniment, and how his eyes twinkled so beautifully under the full moon when he finally gave me a smile. Not a smirk, not a cocky grin, but an authentic smile. Oh, my Edelweiss died a couple of weeks ago. All of them wilted. Until I can get my hands on a new bouquet. I think back on that time under the moonlight with Ramon, and it gives me the same sense of serenity. Good. With a hold this tight, you may actually choke someone out. But if it's only supposed to be a hold, is that really a good thing? I only want to disarm them and maybe weasel some info out of them. I can't do the latter if they're unconscious. I let Ramon free of my hold, and he straightens up before adjusting his collar. Well, you can always interrogate them when they wake up. And you can steal their belongings. I put my hand on my chest in faint shock. Ah! Sir Dayor! How could you suggest callous behavior? I believe it's already embarrassing enough to get choked out by Prince Solstice from the Dominio of Solis, who has only a month of training under his belt. Surely we can spare them some mercy and let them keep their supplies. 'Tis rules of the battle. If you're bold enough to attack, make sure to actually finish the job. Otherwise, winner spoils. If you're lucky, that is. From his steady leveled voice and casual shrug of the shoulders, sounds like he's been on the winning end of those battles quite frequently. Noted. I eye his sword and smile. What are you thinking about? Just how fun it would be to wield Alexander the next time we review holds is all. I've built up enough muscle that I can hold that sword up with the same honor you do. He cracks a smile, a ghost of the one I saw that night. He's been doing that a lot more, actually. Feels like I finally unlocked one of the many heavy chained locks closing off his heart, but... That's implying I'd let you, Your Highness. If you have such ambitions, then we'll need to spar so I can truly test your skill and determination to wield them. I'm still locked out. There's so many questions left to be answered, and I want to finally unlock that door so I can fully be let in. Questions like, why is his sword named Alexander? It's his bow! His boyfriend, his husband who died. Why is that sword so precious? Are you... I thought we established this like last time. What the hell? Did you not consider that? We're stuck up rich. We're stuck up noble. Of course, we might have missed details. But let's save that for another day when there aren't any watchful eyes. Are you afraid I'll embarrass you? Quite the opposite. Then what's the holdup? I'm sure our fellow knights would appreciate you being the one looking up at the sun for once. Oh wow, you're being cocky. Big words come from someone with just a month's training under his belt. You are the one training me, Sir Dior. Don't forget that. Who knows, I may be able to surprise you. He unsheathes his sword. Oh!
Let's go.
If you're that eager to steal my trusted blade from me, then by all means, try. Alright, Callie, let's try everyone what you can do. But he manages to slide out of the way. You'll need to be faster than that. Fine then! Huh? Roundhouse dominant arm in an attempt to tire it out and to make him drop that heavy sword. That's when I felt his left hand slightly graze my thigh accidentally as he snakes one arm through my lock to free his other. My mind reels back to that night, his hot touch trailing down my arm. Girl, stop him, Matt! Girl, I need you to lock in! I know we love a dress, but we need to lock in. We're trying to tease this man. If I had closed the distance between us that night, what would have happened? Now's not the time for daydreaming. He shoves me off of him, and I'm too slow to react. Instead of catching myself, my body falls back. Panic sets in on my opponent's face. Oh, calm down. Don't worry.
Your Highness.
Your Highness! Oh my god, calm down. I'm fine. Oh! I come back to this! I'm happy! Opening my eyes, I look up to see Ramon on top of me as he quickly scans for any injuries. Oh, Daddy. You're my sunlight. I am too gay. Hold on, I am too gay for this. In particular, I feel his hand caress the back of my head, examining any open wounds. Calm down.
Thank the goddess Foxfur, you're alright.
Oh my god. Thank you, Sir Dior. Why did you catch me? I'm not a prince in a predicament, you know. I can take hits and fall just like the others.
I know that.
Wow! You can tell in his voice! His face changes like there's a storm of feelings in his body that are all conflict with each other, questions that he can't quite answer yet, or he can and is too afraid to come to terms with them. You can read all that, but you cannot read that the sword is his dead husband. You could not? Girl, I'm walking.
I just acted without thinking. I saw you falling and I panicked, okay?
I shake my head. It's quite alright. Wipe a bit of dirt off his face, cupping his cheek and smiling at him. I appreciate your act of kindness nonetheless. Oh, you're blushing. I can feel his cheeks heat up as they're dusted with a shade of light pink. It's barely noticeable under the sunlight, but from where I'm at, I can see it alongside the finer details of his face. Soldiers begin to surround the training areas to stare. One even whistles. Oh my god! Okay. Break it up, boys. Break it up.
The goddess above. Stop gawking and get back to work. The lot of ya.
Everyone scurries away quickly, afraid of his wrath and whatever punishment he might throw down if they dare disobey. Ramon stands up and outstretches his hand to me. I take it without a moment's hesitation. Thank you again, Sir Dior. And I promise I won't get distracted again. I sound like Christina in the Assassin's Creed games. Actually, I can't promise that. He sheathes his sword.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. He crosses his arms and glances back at the exit
Highness.
gate. Now I know you're eager to continue with your training, but I must cut our session short today. Oh, did something happen? I take a step forward and put a hand on his arm. His attention immediately diverts back to me. Is something going on?
Yes.
No need to fret, Your Highness. I simply need to run an errand in the city. Oh, city! It had been a month and some change since I last visited due to my schedule being filled to the brim with training. Any free time I had was spent resting. Wake up, eat, train, eat again, wash up, sleep, repeat. It'll be nice to break out of the monotony for once and do something fun. And maybe, after my time with Ramon, I can withstand the people and their gossiping. Mind if I come with? Quizzical look, so I shoot him a playful wink and a smile to try and sway him. Errands are much more enjoyable with company, Sir Ramon. Wouldn't you say? Stares at me for a moment, weighing out the decision in his mind. Should he take me, Prince Solstice, for a nice day out in the city, with the day's training becoming a distant memory? Or should he keep me here, where our relationship becomes crystal clear? It's nothing more than a mentorship. That's something you truly want? A day out with me? I wouldn't consider myself for taking care of errands fun. Ram... I mean, Sir Dayor, I love being around you, so please, let me be the judge of what's fun and what isn't. Oh my god, did you have to say it like that? I'm so fruity. If that's what you truly desire, then who am I to deny the prince of his wish? Great, let me get changed first and then we can get going. I'll be quick, so you can get to the city and make it back home before the sun sets. Oh my god, I'm going on a date! It takes a bit longer than I would have liked. Maybe it was because I was rushing, but I found myself getting tangled up and tripping out of my leather training armor. But as soon as I get to my normal clothes, I run out my room and back out onto the training field without a moment of haste. Ramon is still standing there, patiently waiting for me to arrive. As soon as he sees me, the two of us enter the castle gates and head out onto the short walk for the city of Edtune. We manage to turn a few heads on our way out, but like Ramon, I keep my eyes forward and do my best to pay them no heed. When we're out of sight of the soldiers, I take the opportunity to speak. It's my chance to learn more about Ramon, but the question is, what do I ask? This sounds like a heavy loaded question, so I'm just gonna save. If I had to be honest, there's one question that's been nagging at me for some time. Why is your sword named Alexander? Get it out of the way so we can get it over with. Ramon, do you mind quenching my curiosity? Some stories I'd rather take to my grave. How did you know I was going to ask you about your most embarrassing story from your youth? Maybe because everyone else who was an eyewitness to such a tale have long since retired from the army and can't be found in Edtune. Oh, Ramon, I thought you knew me better than that. Such a thought would have never crossed my mind. I'd rather hear it from the horse's mouth. Seriously, it's something else. Your sword. Is there a reason you named it Alexander? I swear to God, you could have put two and two together. I named it after someone special, a former comrade of mine. He perished in battle, and this is the best way I can honor his memory. His name was Alexander.
Don't let anyone, not your family, not the people of Edton, or your fears, stop you in your pursuit for happiness.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll end up trapped in regret.
I see now. Now you're putting two and two together. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to reopen an old wound. You didn't. Many folks have asked the same question before, and I've responded with the same kind of candidness. It's still a difficult subject to talk about, even after all these years. For all these years, grief is such a tricky mistress. Well, I think you're honoring him wonderfully. As doubt clouds his mind, Ramon furrows his brows and grips his sword tighter. Sometimes I question that. How can you? You're master of that blade. I can only imagine how many folks you've struck fear into with it. And if you want to view the other side of that coin, the amount of people you've saved with it. Remember what you told me on our first day of training. How all your experiences, good or bad, have helped you become the man you are today. That's why you're a Grand Knight, Ramon. Your experiences have shaped you into some. Turning into Christina from Assassin's Creed 2! In Ezio's world! Your experiences have shaped you into someone who I believe is brutal but fair, someone who's confident and compassionate, someone I can trust. If I were Alexander and I knew you were wielding a blade named after me, I'd already be happy knowing it was you carrying on my legacy. Thank you, Kelly. His tone is appreciative and a ghost of a smile tugs at the corner of his lips, but it's clear that this subject, like he mentioned, is still sensitive. I believe I heard a scholar say that time heals all wounds. I'm not sure if I believe that entirely. After all, the scars will always remain, the memories will always linger. And for Ramon, it's clear those memories weigh heavily on him. For a few seconds, we walk together in silence as my brain tries to figure out how I can get his mind off the negative, even for just a moment. Perhaps another round of questioning, maybe into something more lighthearted. Oh, this is gonna be fucked up. Are you running an errand for your spouse? When did you enlist in the army? What did you do before joining the army? Before all of this? Not much. I enlisted in the army when I was 18. My life had barely started at that point, and after that, it's all I ever did. Sure, I have my hobbies, but career-wise, combat's all I know. Okay, sure, mister. All I can do is wield a sword. Whatever you say. What are your hobbies then? I used to help out at the local clinic since my mother was a nurse there, though my specialty was taking care of the animals that occasionally came in since at that time, there wasn't a doctor who specialized in them. That's why he's adamant about my health, though I was not expecting him to be an animal lover. That's actually pretty cute. For a moment, I can vividly imagine my much younger Ramon tending to a wounded animal, like a kitten or a pup missing an eye or leg, and nursing it back to health. And with a renewed energy, it showers him with love and affection. I can feel my smile while in ear to ear, thinking about such a scenario. As for the other hobbies, I like to collect trinkets from every town or city we travel through. Oh, what's your favorite trinket? A music box from Stormwind. Quite the lively tune that plays for that little thing. Now it's your turn. Me? What do you want to know about me that you don't know already? I'm sure you've heard plenty, good and bad. I've already told you I don't listen to useless gossip. I prefer to learn from the source. So, Callie, what's something you'd like to do in your spare time, suck dick? Writing. I am a writer. Through and through. When creativity strikes, I like to take pen to paper and write. I've actually finished a few stories and written some poetry. Though I'm not sure if you'll ever see the light of day outside my journals. He lifts his brow, curiosity tickling at him. Oh, what is that? Well, oh no, the whispers, the murmurs, the judging eyes, all the my family and the people. Oh my god, I'm panicking. Are you ashamed of what you've written? You do realize that there's an audience for that, right? Ah, the fact that he can say that so nonchalantly is with such a cool looking face, as if we're on the field and he's giving me pointers. Roman really doesn't judge what others do, does he? That or he secretly fancies explicit romance. Either way, I'm in good company, but still, I don't want to give him the impression, that's why I'm so afraid. I'm not ashamed, quite the opposite, in fact. It took so long for me to write Ezio X Leo fanfiction. No one can take that OTP from me, or Steric, or Stacconi, my OT3. They're still in AO3, you can find them under my name. I let out a sigh before dropping my arms to my sides. I spent so much time on writing, and a lot of it, especially my poems, come from the soul. My feelings of loss, anger, happiness, my wants, my desires, my experiences, it's all on full display. And I'm fearful what others think when they read it. What if they hate it? What do I do then, Ramon? How does one deal with that? Crosses his arms and looks towards the capital up ahead, which is growing larger and larger as we continue to approach. You're brave enough to die out on the battlefield, but you're scared to show your writing to the world. That's funny. Yeah, when you put it like that, it is funny. I could possibly die soon, and although that scares me, I'm still going through with training. Yet with my writing, I'm too petrified to show anyone what I've created because I'm scared of them hating it. What sense does that make? I wonder how freeing would it be to let the world see what I created, to see the poems that show my unfiltered feelings of longing. Could it reach people's hearts? Could it change my family's? The thought of changing someone's life and touching them on that level warms my heart, and I can feel my steps get lighter again. Yeah, you're so fucking right, Ramon. It's ridiculous.
You're right.
Glad you can see the light so quickly, Callie. Can I look forward to seeing published work from you soon, then? You're gonna get front row seats? Actually, guys, I have a book. Whoa. One step at a time. I need to refine my work and meet the standards for publication. But soon. Maybe once the dust settles and the world has one less evil wizard to lose sleep over, I can worry about that. Alright, that's fair. We continue our walk to Edton until I feel Ramon sneaking glance at me ever so often, smirking as he does. What? He lets out a boisterous laugh that seems to have kept it during a conversation. So you've written smut. Ah! Stop! No! Hush! I'm not judging, just simply making an observation that Prince Solstice holds a dirty little secret. I roll my eyes and feel my face somehow getting hotter. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Consider your observations observed. Now, I need you to keep your mouth shut. He laughs again, this time louder. I don't think I've ever heard him laugh this much before. Whew, thank the goddess Vox, but no one else is nearby to hear this conversation. Completely red-faced now, I fan myself as the two of us continue our walk to the capital. Etten, capital city of the Dominion of Solace. Stepping foot into this city, we are greeted by the typical sight one would see when entering peaceful, prosperous settlement of Etten. Street vendors have spread throughout the cobblestone roads, and their owners are bartering with potential customers. People walking down the pathways, making sure to step off to the side for the muscled folk carrying in today's shipment from the seaport. And of course, there's always a group of kids playing and running around, occasionally bumping into a random housewife who isn't afraid to scold them. And for a minute, I feel lost in the crowd, a part of them. But at the moment is short-lived once a teenager bumps into me and turns her head my way. She then whispers something to her friend. I notice her point at me and then at Ramon, eyeing us both carefully. Oh no, our vision's getting darker. I've never been to Edson with Ramon before, only ever with a handful of guards, one of the maids, or my entire family. But what if it isn't? Does she think I'm incompetent, that the Grand Knight has to lower himself? Oh, no. He's not lowering himself for me. What the hell am I thinking? We're here together because we want to be together. He's told me I'm good. I need to believe in myself. I continues to linger on that young woman, whatever she could have whispered. Or her spreading a scandal. It could have been a simple observation, or spreading a scandalous rumor. Who knows? My hands are shaking, just starting to sweat, and though I try, I can't keep my gaze at eye level. The cobblestone pathway and my feet are much easier to look at than people's face. Your Highness? Ramon pinches my arm. I shoot up at him, and he has a stoic, almost expressionless look. We don't say a word as we continue to look into each other's eyes for a moment. Short wordless exchange, I just understood what he was saying. Keep your head high. I've got you. I know you can do this. No, we can walk on our own. Right, I can do this. Inhaling and exhaling slowly. My heart relaxes as it beats steady to a normal rate again. My hands are still trembling, but I'm sure they'll go away shortly. Thank you, Sir Dayor. I nearly forgot myself.
It's quite all right, Your Highness. You haven't been in the city since you started training, so it's only natural to disorient you. Just remember, I'm always here to ground you.
That's my back ever so gently.
All you need to do is take the step forward.
And we both do just that. Make sure to wave to passers-by who all smile and wave back, and I can feel my heart jump for joy seeing their faces. Even the little kids are giddy to get some attention from me. Bit by bit, the anxiety and doubt I'd been feeling melts away, and the voices at the back of my head fall silent as something warm and fuzzy washes over my body. It's this feeling that I'd long been searching for, and finally, found with Ramon. It's like a warm, heavy blanket being wrapped around your shoulders during a cold winter's night. Security, reassurance, love. I sneak a glance at Ramon and my smile grows even wider. We're here. Eventually, we pull me aside to a small stall where a strong floral medicinal scent is emerging from. The person running the stall is an elderly half-orc who's still managing to hustle about despite the amount of customers swarming her in the rest of the busy shopping district.
Hello.
Kiraki, do you have time to spare for your old friend? Oh, it's like that. It just stays like that. Okay. Her body turns towards us once Ramon's voice carries to her, and her eyes light up almost immediately. She quickly finishes the current transaction with another customer before jogging over to us. Ah, Ramon, long time no see. I was wondering when I was gonna see you again. Ruby-colored eyes widen when she spots me next to him. Prince Solstice! To what do I owe the honor of this visit? No honors required. I'm simply accompanying Sir Dayor on his shopping trip, but it's nice to make your acquaintance, Kiraki. She leans in close and smiles. Now why is that? The old man's told me last month that you two have been training, so if he's forcing you to run errands for him because you misbehaved... We both share a laugh while Ramon playfully rolls his eyes. No, we wrapped up earlier. This is just for fun. I wanted to come with him. Her eyes widen and she shoots Ramon a curious glance. Not often do I see Ramon come into the city with a companion. Last time that happened was with Alexa. Oh. Girl! Alexander. Enough reminiscing about the past, Karaki. I'm just here to pick up some turmeric. Do you have any in stock?
Of course I do. Always keep a fresh stash for you, you know that. Let me go grab it.
Herbs, tea leaves, flowers decorate every inch of her stall. Seems like she's an excellent source for medicine flowers. He's holding a small brown pouch. Ramon digs into his purse and hands over 20 silver in exchange for turmeric. Thank you, Karaki. I don't know what I would do without you. Writhe in pain every day, that's what. Karaki, I don't suppose you have any Edelweiss in stock, do you?
Perhaps. Maybe on the other side of my booth. Would you mind checking for me? These old bones aren't what they used to be, my dear.
Sure thing, Karaki.
So...
Ramon crossed his arms.
No.
Don't start.
I didn't even say anything! It's you who's getting yourself all right, my friend.
I know where you're going with this. That sly, silky tone coding your voice, that glint in your eye. Last time you acted like that was when
Alexander was slinging his arm around your waist and you had that same bright smile on your lips as you did just moments ago. Yeah, I'm aware. We may be old, Ramon, but neither of our minds have gone just yet.
He shifts his uncomfortably on his feet as he turns his gaze away from Karaki and further away from Callie. What was your aim back there, mentioning him in front of him?
So you haven't told him about him?
I have, just not the full truth.
I figured as much. That's why I brought him up. Maybe that'll finally give you the kick in the ass that you desperately need.
Karaki looks at Callie and then back at Ramon. She smiles a tiny bit.
Ramon, when you're around him, your light shines brighter.
What?
You've only seen us for 5 minutes? And I've known you for more than half your life.
I know what makes it tick.
She leans forward, dropping her smile and furrowing her brows. This deadly serious look is one that Ramon knows all too well. I wish I got the full sprite.
Are you going to continue to rob yourself of happiness, Ramon? Is that what he would have wanted?
His heart writhes in pain. If he hadn't been dealing with it for over 20 years, he would have keeled over right then and there. But he continued to stand tall and pretend that it didn't hurt. Pretend that he was okay. Oh, he has his own voices! No! Pretend no! My baby boy! My old man baby boy. He clutches his cloth sleeve tightly as a way to release tension. Quick paced footsteps approach. Both the medicinal seller and knight's attention are brought back to the prince. He runs back empty-handed as Karaki had expected him to. I couldn't find any.
Oh? Ah, shoot. I could have sworn I had some.
Do you know when you may get some in? I'm not expecting to see new shipments anytime soon. What with the journey to get them being tiring and the demand not being high. Okay, that makes sense. Aren't otherwise in the mountains nearby?
Karaki nods. If the flowers were in higher demand and there weren't bandits stinking up the place, I'd send my daughter or son to go make the trip.
But I'm sorry, Prince. Right now I can't afford to do that.
Oh, it's fine. No need to apologize. The children's lives are much more important than a bouquet of flowers. Maybe I'll have some in stock in the coming months once those idiotic bandits are finally dealt with.
Maybe. We can only hope, right? But who knows if he'll even be alive then, or if the problem would have been dealt with.
What else do you need to get, Sir Dayor?
Oh, no, nothing else. This is all we came here for.
Oh, great. Then we'll be back home before sundown.
Highness.
Hold your horses, Your Highness. We don't have to go back immediately, do we? We've spent all this time walking here. Why not enjoy the city a little longer before returning to the castle?
Do you really mean that?
Let's go.
Yes, perhaps there's another florist who's selling your desired Edelweiss.
That's a good point. Plus, I can't say no to more time with Ramon. Then let's explore the city, Sir Dayor. Come on!
With a wave, both of us say goodbye to the wonderful Karaki, and I make the mental note to visit her again during my next trip to Edson. We then head off to browse the other vendors.
Psh, you've only seen us for 5 minutes, yet here you are, wanting to spend more time with the prince. You've... couple of queers. I hope you make the right decision, Ramon. For both your sakes. You can't keep playing with the idea of love if deep down you're terrified to committing to it.
Hey, are you done blabbling over there? I've been waiting by your goods for forever now. Do you not want my money, Karaki?
If you're going to act like that, then no, I don't want your money. I have plenty of other customers who don't mind waiting as I tend to another. So go on, put your items down and try to find another shop that offers better prices than me. I wish you luck.
The customer rolls his eyes, but he stubbornly holds on to his items. Karaki grins. That's what I thought. Sheesh, the manners are starting to become rarer by the day. I love karaoke. With all that Edton has to offer, you'd think that at least one shopkeeper would have some otherwise. It's already night. Oh well. One looks at me with such pity as we leave Anton and step foot in the dirt path walking towards the castle. Why Edelweiss? My bouquet died recently. I've ignored it since I started training, which is a shame because they're my favorite flower. Plus, whenever I was feeling stressed about after a big fight with my family or had a long, tiring day, their scent would always calm me down. And, well, you can't smell anything from dead flowers. Ramon's footsteps are heavy and slow as we continue to march back home. What is he thinking? The rest of the walk continues on in silence, and just when I'm about to say goodbye, he escorts me inside the castle and explains he'll prepare us both some tea, and that I should go wait in my room. Curious as to where this is heading, I comply. He heads off towards the kitchen and begins to walk down the very long spiral staircase. Know that Atlas. Father? What's he doing up his late in this throne room? His business is there is usually long done by this point. How exactly is it foolish? All I ask is that we postpone the wedding until both Lady Malina and I are ready. Oh no, it's the fucking arranged marriage. We've only met on a few occasions, hardly enough time for us to really get to know one another. All I'm asking is for a little more time so I can understand what she wants out of this marriage. The man who's a few inches taller than Atlas sucks his teeth. What in the seven hells have you two been talking about during your visits then? The blasted weather? This is a conversation long overdue and neither family should have to pay for your two's mistakes. And do you truly understand what the consequences are if we postpone the wedding? That's money and time wasted. The people of our respective kingdoms will begin to lose faith in us. Honestly, it just sounds like you want a way out of this. If he's just been caught stealing cookies from the cookie jar. That isn't the case, correct? And what if it is? What if we both don't want this marriage? Unfortunately, as a king, you must make sacrifices, Atlas. And this right here is a worthy sacrifice to make. Do you know what a relationship with the Frostburn Kingdom will bring? Power, wealth, but most importantly, an ally. We need those because you never know what kind of world neutral will turn into in the years to come. But... no buts. You're starting to sound like your brother. You're not like him, Atlas. You have a role to fulfill and there's no way out of it. Reminds me of myself when I was in the throne room last month, pleading with my parents to let me become a knight. Now are you going to do what is asked of you? Yes. For a man I've envied all my life and wish I could just knock off his pedestal, my heart aches seeing him in so much pain. Now you see it! I take a step forward. Stubborn and nosy. Let's head off to your room before we give your father another thing to yell about. I grab a seat on the bed and Ramon hands me my cup of tea, the peppery smell wafting off of it. Take a sip and the taste of the tea smacks me right in the mouth. It's pungent and a bit bitter, a far cry from what I'm used to drinking. Orange liquid in my cup. Well, it's unique, that's for certain. Turmeric tea is an acquired taste, but I thought I'd let you try it anyway. Well, I appreciate you trying to expand my horizons, but I can't say I'm a fan of it. Put the time into brewing this for me, and it's something I can at least stomach, so I may as well finish it. Ramon continues to stand, looking as awkward as can be, though he doesn't seem to mind. I peek up from my cup and eye him. You know you can sit down, right? I don't want to intrude. Really? That just sounds like an excuse. You're in my room. If you were intruding, I would have stopped you the moment you suggested coming in here. I honestly don't mind you sitting at the edge of my bed. Did hear you, big lunk. He hesitantly takes the seat next to me, shifting about to get comfortable. Once he does, he takes a sip of his tea. Unlike me, his face doesn't recoil from the interesting blend tickling his taste buds. Rather, he lets out a soft moan. He rotates, his shoulders a bit before... another sip. So, this tea. I imagine you're not drinking it only for the taste. He chuckles a bit before taking another huge gulp of it. Seriously, how can he do that? I'm unable to take tiny sips. It's for medicine rather than pleasure. I've been going through a lot of pain as of late. Old wounds from wars past haven't quite healed, and so this is what I take to help reduce the pain. So sorry going through that, Ramon. Is there any way I can help? Do you mind if I show you? I think having someone see my body would help ease my mind a bit. Ah! Give me a sec, give me a sec. Oh no, oh no, I'm tripping. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm a good boy. I'm good. Where are the scars? Showing up. Despite his age, he's in peak condition. There are some stretch marks as well, indicating he's pushed his body beyond its limits. But that's not where my focus lies. My concern is on his scars. They're all healed on the surface. I think his body's quite beautiful no matter how many stretch marks or scars covered. I know the pain he's in is what's tearing me apart. Trust, comfort, safety. That is what our relationship was founded on. Is it alright if I touch you?
Yes.
Right. Don't be shy to ask, guys. You ask permission before you go for it. With that permission, I finger trace over his scar. He still flinches and recoil, afraid I'd crossed the boundary. He grabs my hand and retracts it back to where it once
My
was.
apologies.
No, it's fine. It's been a while since anyone that wasn't a doctor had laid their hands on me. You can continue. His eyes stay fixated on mine. All I do is nod, and I place my hand carefully back on the scar. When he relaxes into my touch, I know that I can keep going. Who could have caused this? And with what? How much pain was Ramon in when he got it? It's hard to tell with how healed they are. I can't tell if this one is from decades ago or one he earned from recent bout months ago. I look up at his covered eye. I don't even dare ask him about that injury, but I can only imagine the visceral pain he went through when he received it. And then my eyes fall to the scar close to his chest. If the enemy's weapon were any deeper, he could have... Oh... Right next to me, and I'm crying over a scenario that didn't happen. How strange is that? Or am I happy because he's here with me? Scared, scarred, but safe and present for the time being. Oh no. Goddess Fox, pull yourself together, Callie. This is so silly. So silly. Why does my heart feel like it's being torn into a million pieces? He wipes away my tears. This is the first time I'm able to feel his bare hand, flesh to flesh, and I can feel how calloused it is. All of his body shows signs of wear and tear. Once the tears are gone, he pulls away and gives me a reassuring smile.
Your Highness.
Nope. No need to shed tears over me, Callie. There's a battle behind each scar and a memory attached to every single one of them. Even with all the pain that you've endured. Well, I wish the pain would go away. I don't regret my time in the military one bit. After all, I was able to make a better life for myself. I've saved countless lives and... Face paints across his face, a memory flash. Met people who've changed my life. Like Alexander, right? Ramon, who is Alexander? Why is it that every time you mention someone or think about the past, there's a look of regret and pain on your face? Is he that someone? Hey, Ramon, I just want to understand. That's all. There's no judgment here. You've seen me for who I am. You know what skeletons lie in my closet with my family and where my faults lie. I think back to my brother and how he looked in the throne room earlier. His shoulders slumped and him cowered up against the wall. It was such a stark contrast to the picturesque son to soon-to-be king I was who used to sing every day of my life. Goddess Voxa knows I'm the last person who should be judging anyone. So, you're safe here with me. It's just you and I. Remember?
He was a fellow soldier in the Edton army. We met when I first enrolled. He quickly became my best friend, and then, in a few years, my lover. I never thought love would come my way. After all, I'd sworn it off once I joined the army, because I knew the outbreak that comes with the territory.
Oh no. This story is coming at a particular time.
But Alexander, that bastard snuck his way in. And before I could even stop it, I started falling for him.
His eye changes from ones filled with pain to melancholic nostalgia, and the corner of his lips turn into a bittersweet smile.
We were foraging for supplies, and our arms happened to brush. We both turned to each other and like we both felt that spark. And then we kissed. It spiraled out of control from there.
God help me. Sitting between his lips as he recounts their tale, one of love that'll only end in heartbreak.
They made me believe love could survive the uncertainty of battle. And for a while, it did. We were happy and surviving.
No.
But then, I hesitated. In my moment of hesitation, where my fear took over, Alexander took the it meant for me. And he paid for it with his life.
Holy shit, you can actually feel the grief in his voice.
I can't remember much after he passed in my arms. It's all blur. What little I do remember is blood-curdling screams, swinging my blade blindly, and feeling the blood on my face. It's why I named my blade after him. Not only in honor of him, but so he'll always be by my side. Fighting like he should be.
He lets out a shaky sigh and I can feel his body tremble as he exhales. All the baggage he's been carrying is finally being put out on full display, but seeing the emotional toll it's taking on him to revisit such painful memories sinks at my heartstrings. I was set on loving...
I was set on not loving again, because I was so scared I'd let fear paralyze me, and I'd lose once more. Time passed. I was content with living as the lonely Grand Knight who filled his days with combat and ended it alone in his small cottage.
I see. But then you saw me.
That was, until I was called by Lieutenant Stonevale for an urgent meeting in the throne room.
Hey.
Your Highness, when I first met you, I only saw you as a trainee and King Solstice's child. But that night under the full moon, when you told me you trusted me, something changed in me. I started
Oh
to
my
feel
god,
comfortable
he's
around
blushing.
you. I felt a closeness that I haven't felt in quite some time.
My heart begins to race, so he does feel the same. Yet my grip on his hand tightens as if I'm bracing for impact. There's this icky feeling in my gut that's telling me don't jump for joy yet.
When I'm around you, I smile without even realizing it. I feel alive when I'm next to you. But I'm scared to lose that again. I'm scared that you'll perish because of my inaction. I don't know if I can go through that again.
There it is, the heart stopper. Even though I prepared myself for rejection or hesitation, the brunt of his words still hit me at full impact. It's like a dull, rusted dagger being forcibly stabbed into my heart. I wouldn't go that far. But then again, squeeze his hand again, but he doesn't reciprocate. It's like he can't even feel my presence. When I love you, ready to brace whatever challenges may come our way. If death were to befall either of us, that's not the other's fault. That day, Alexander put his life on the line to save you. How could you have known he'd do something so courageous? You had no control over that. He did it out of his free will because he wanted you to live. He did it because he loved you.
Your Highness, please.
I need to say it. Don't let anyone, not your family, not the people of Edton, or your fears, stop your pursuit for happiness. That's the advice you imparted onto me that fateful night. Since then, I've tried my best to push my fears aside and live life to the fullest. Sure, I've stumbled, but I'm doing my damnedest to get back up and keep pushing forward. How can you encourage me to be happy, but you can't do the same?
Isn't that hypocritical? Hold on, I need to save this. Bitch, I'm not. The words come out harsher than I'd intended, but it's what grabs his attention as he stares at me. Shocked from suddenly raising my voice. Ramon, you hapless fool. All I want is for him to be happy. I want him to wear that godforsaken smile every day, and even if we don't go anywhere, the way he's living his life to the fullest would give me all the comfort I need. I need you to do the same. You can't let the past or your fears control you and stop you from being happy. He grimaces. Suddenly he stands up and yanks his hand from my grasp before hastily grabbing his top.
I need to go. I'm sorry, Your Highness, but I need to be alone so I can think.
Touch his arm as I rise to my feet. My heart's sinking and I want to say more. I don't want him to leave. But seeing those scars and learning all the pain he's endured has yet to move on from. Even if it's decades of grief and sorrow that should have been dealt with long ago, who am I to tell a man that he needs to figure it out all now? If I was in his shoes, I'd want some alone time too. Needs time to think, so be it. I throw a serious look his way. Okay, I'll give you time, but I'm not going to wait around forever, Ramon. So please be diligent and take care of yourself, okay? Nods before rushing out of my room, leaving me alone to hear the crackling of the fire come from my fire pit. Sit on the bed and lay my head in my hands. Please, Ramon, make the right choice. Even if that choice isn't a future with me, please make it. I didn't see Ramon in the training grounds the next day. I shouldn't have been surprised he needed time alone. Seeing me, even if it was a dude D2, could pull him in even more directions. Guys, it's actually getting late and I will tell you guys something. I have a friend that I care about dearly and he's enlisting. He he's in another country and I don't have those kind of feelings for him, but it's complicated. More like I want him to be happy, but I was hoping to be a part of his life as the best friend because we helped each other through the roughest shit that you could possibly have seen. Okay, maybe not quite, but you get the picture. Lately, he's just been busy or distant. His last word to me thus far was it might seem like he's pulling away, but he's not, and he wants to rely on himself more. I don't know. This got me thinking. I'm sorry. It's one of the reasons I've been delayed. But it's not his fault. It's just me for being particularly ruminative or begrudgingly ruminating. Doesn't matter. I've gotten better at least. That's all. Anyway, I want to wrap up here. There's little time left for me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. TheCaliMack is signing out. It's been a pleasure jumping back to this. I will not take another year again. Holy shit. I will not take another year to come back to this. In fact, I'll do another recording tomorrow. Anyways, TheCaliMack signing out. Bye for now. Bye.